All right, welcome to Psycho's Garage. I have a special guest in one of my clients from Germany named Ingo. He's 2 weeks out from the show. We're gonna go through a shoulder workout and let you meet him. Psycho's Garage, let's get it. All right, so check it out. So we got Ingo here. He flew in from Germany. How many days you been here?
Been here 7 days. Got here last Friday.
And you came in, you flew into
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Right.
Any gyms open out there?
Gyms are open up there. Yeah.
All right, so you ever get workout in?
Right.
Now, Ingo, he started his prep, how many weeks ago was it?
How many months ago?
How many months ago? How many months ago?
It was 8 months ago I started.
8 months ago,
right.
And COVID hit, everything shut down, and he stayed, he kept on it, he kept prepping, kept doing, and we got to the point where we had to keep his weight up. He was peeled, and so, but it was a lot of things. We could experiment a lot of different things on him and learn a lot. So, how was the prep?
The prep was, so in that respect, it was kind of challenging, right? With all the shows getting canceled, right? So
how many shows got canceled on?
I think 4 of them.
4 shows.
Yeah.
And then, but you kept going.
Right, so you got to keep going, right? Motivate yourself again, on to the next one, right? And just stay on the grind.
What made you keep going? Like, how were you able to keep going?
Every single time I thought, I got this far already, so
right.
I don't want to quit right now.
Right.
And then it was on to the next one.
All right, cool. So I was real surprised because, well, to me, I don't know, was there any times that you feel like giving up? Because you never let me know that. Like,
right.
you were just always like, okay, let's go, let's keep going.
Right. Not really. I mean, the toughest time was really when, like you said, I live in Germany, right? So we had a complete lockdown for 3 months, and we live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and so it was eat, sleep, train, right? Work for regular work,
right.
Everything all from a 1-bedroom apartment, and they get tough. Right?
Yeah.
After 3 months, that it's kind of tough.
But I remember a part when you got back into the gym. If I remember correctly, you were a lot stronger than before.
That's right. Yeah.
Why do you think that was?
I don't know. I never figured that out, but that was interesting. So those home workouts actually worked pretty well.
Right.
I was bigger. I was stronger.
Right.
I looked harder. Right.
Right.
It was pretty cool.
Now we were having some phenomenal weeks in there. We started playing around with the fats a lot, olive oil, things like that.
Right. That's right.
And it's like everything I threw at you, it basically worked like that.
Right.
Then we started throwing the cheat meals in there, the refeed meals, and those started working. And then I was like, man, but you kept going, and so now we're here, and you're 2 weeks out from your show. What show is that?
So it was going to be the San Francisco, but that one got canceled.
Got canceled
again.
Yeah.
And they're recommending to do the Nevada State Championships on the same day, so that's October 10th.
All right. So instead of driving 2 hours, you're driving 4 hours.
Instead of just going over to Oakland, I got to do 4 hours to Reno, right?
All right, cool. But the whole thing, what I said. And it's amazing that every one of my clients that actually prepped through COVID, they look great. Like it didn't really affect them. I remember one time you were pushing a car. We had you pushing the car. We had them pushing the car, but to try different things, keep them motivated. And we did the weekly phone calls and things like that. But it just showed you guys perseverance prevails. All right, so let's get into a light workout.
Sounds
good. Give a little pose and see where you're at.
All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
We'll start right here. Single arm, going in here. Thumb on top. Boom. What was your weight today?
202.8.
202.8. Cool. All right. So Ingo's a little flat today. Purposely leaving that way. His body's still recovering from the trip over here, even after 7 days. So we actually loaded him up on carbs and fat today. I want them full for the shoot, and then I'm gonna start tapering them back down starting tomorrow. right in front of you. Right there. Hands in front. Can lift up to my hands. Go. No. Come on. Then it goes back here.
Oh, okay.
Back here, and then down. That's one. Keep it up. 6. No, it's coming out. It's coming out. So what were your 2 meals today? Yeah,
I had the egg whites and the oatmeal.
Egg whites and oatmeal.
Right, with a little bit of olive oil.
Olive oil. Okay.
And then the one I had just now was the beef.
Beef with olive oil.
Right.
All right, cool. So how was that meal? Was it too much for you? Not enough? Or?
It's a good size. I didn't, because we wanted to get started, I didn't eat it all, but yeah.
Yeah, so you said that little food in your stomach?
Right.
All right, let's go. and I got you laying on your stomach. All right, let's go. 10 reps. 7, 8. Come on. Come on, get it up. That's it. Say it. Good job. You work a full-time job.
Right.
So how do you structure that?
Get up at 4:30. Get some water in. Go to the office and then have the first meal. Right. Egg whites, oatmeal, and then every 2.5 hours basically.
So are you?
So I have a meal prep service. Right. Everything's from meal prep service.
Okay.
And that helps a lot.
That's a lot. So are you eating during meetings, do conference calls, stuff like that, or?
I try to move them all around. So
Yeah.
go off a video on a conference call, right?
Oh yeah.
Eat real quick.
Okay, then you go right back at it.
Right.
All right, cool. And as far as your gym time, when is that?
When I'm here is at night.
And when you're actually
When I'm in Germany, then it's super early in the morning.
early morning.
Yeah.
4 time. What, 5 a.m.?
6, 7.
6, 7. How many meals do you eat before you?
Just
go in?
one.
Just one meal. Do you like training on one meal?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine.
Because it's a beef meal, right? It's beef and sweet potatoes, so
Yeah, it's good.
it's a nice
I like
foundation.
that.
Yeah,
All right, cool. And the gym's pretty crowded over there.
they actually are. So
Yeah.
that's why I like to go so early too.
Yeah. And what part of Germany are you in?
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt. Okay. Ooh. All right, front raises. Neutral grip bar. I'll see here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Equipment at home when you were training at home. What did you have at home?
When I was at home, not much. Bench like this, and 3 sets of dumbbells. That was it.
What size dumbbells?
Some bands. In kilos, went up to 40.
40?
The kilos, right?
That's high? That's high? So
That's
it's
kilos,
80,
though.
80 pounds. 80 pounds.
That's
88
88
pounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then starting at 12, so that would be like 25.
25 pounds. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's alright.
That's not bad. But I noticed one thing on your prep. Your legs got a lot bigger and better this time around, but you didn't have leg equipment. How do you?
I did not. I did bands a lot.
You did bands?
Yeah.
So the bands
I actually work with bands. I use a lot of bands, right? Several. And then did squats and put them around, right?
Did you feel a lot of burn on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Like crazy.
I guess they come up with the psycho bands. Here we go. So I know, but let's tell the people outside what you did for cardio.
For cardio, right? So walking sometimes. I mixed it up, right? So I did some walking. I did some shadow boxing. Did some walking stairs, just stairs in a building, right? And just mix those things up. Instead, because I didn't want to just be on a bike and lose size in my legs. So I, after talking to you, we switched it up and just did all those things, right?
Right. So when you said, so you would do all shadow boxing one day, or you go up
No,
the
I would
stairs?
mix it up. I would 10-minute shadow boxing, right? Then walk the stairs for 5 minutes.
Stay for 5 minutes.
Then 10-minute shadow boxing, walk the stairs for 5 minutes, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you break your sweat? How was it effective cardio?
For sure, yeah.
And you liked it better because well, I used to hate treadmill because it just like my mind would just wander. It just like
Right.
It just went on forever and ever.
Yeah, it's too monotonous, right?
Yeah,
That thing for
exactly.
like 45 minutes and starts.
So I feel like it goes faster, right?
Right.
All right, cool. Come on.
One more. Throughout this whole 8 months of prep, what was like the mental, like, I don't know, what was the hardest thing for you to overcome, I guess?
Yeah, like I said, a little bit the frustration. The show's getting canceled.
Yeah.
But that's what I have a good coach for, right? So,
you talk to an older coach and says, "Oh, I experienced that. Oh, I experienced that." I've only had one show canceled, my first show, and that was my first show in 1992. But I don't know what it feels like to have multiple shows canceled back to back to back.
Right.
And you're looking good. As if you look bad, you're like, "Oh, the show got pushed back." You're like, "Yes." You're like, "Thank you." You're like, "Thank you." But if you're like right on, you're like, "Damn!" Like I'm ready to do this.
Right.
So that was like hard. So I don't know. How did you deal with that when you open it up and you go show canceled? Like, how did you deal with that?
Right. Well, for me, it's also always about the way I look, right? I want to look a certain way. I have that in my head.
Right.
And the show, of course, if that's the goal you work towards, right? But looking a certain way is also important for me.
Exactly.
So I could at least take that. You know, I was like, I'm in the best shape of my life, right? So I could at least take that, and that motivated me.
See, and then when we were talking, we did video calls every week, and you didn't, I don't know if you have a good poker face, but you didn't seem like you were really, like, troubled by anything.
Right.
Is that your personality?
That's my personality. Plus, when I'm in prep, I get in the zone like that.
Okay, you're right.
I can't have anything distract me.
Right.
It's good.
So I definitely felt you were in the zone.
Right.
And even like cheat meals, I was like, let's have a cheat meal. You like, okay, like, but you never brought it up to me.
Right.
You gotta let me do my own thing and stuff like that. And then I'm like, well, you're not having one next week, but we're gonna do it this week, and you just roll with the punches.
I will say, when you said milkshake,
Huh?
I was like, all right, now we're talking, all right.
Yeah, because what I did was, when he came hopped off the plane, you actually lost 7 pounds. Was it 7 pounds?
I lost around 5 to 7 pounds.
5-7 pounds. It just went down. So I actually went down to what we are now. So I actually had to give him a lot of carbs, a lot of fat to slow the process down. We're actually 2 weeks out, so I need to slow the process down. So he is holding a little water from the carbs and stuff like that. But I know once I take those things out, he's gonna go right back in. But I didn't want to. I think I said, I gotta give you this. I don't want to give you this. And that's right. I gave you a burger, fries, milkshake, and these 2 high carb meals.
That's right.
That's it. Because you're gonna be down to 190.
That's right. Yep.
So I had to stop the process.
Was the one with Thundercat. Road to Pro.
Road to Pro Series.
That was it.
Everybody thought I was crazy for forecasting he was gonna win at that show. And then it was just like, when the guy came in, he was a scrawny little kid. And then I was training Sean and Stan, and they couldn't pay me until the end. So he actually was paying before. I said, hey man, I can't let this time go. I gotta train somebody with you guys. And they were okay with it. First they were like, I said, no, he'll train. So when I told him, you're gonna train with these guys, he's like, what? Like he went from actually the classy. Like he went from training by himself to like training with the best guys in the world. And then he rose to the occasion, right?
Right.
Same type of attitude as you. Never gave up, never whined, never complained. And I said, you know something? And it's weird. Some people have a way of extracting information, or they can make you want to teach them. You want to give them the knowledge. Even when he said, he was just so respectful and so grateful, and he was like, whatever you say. That's just whatever you say. And his attitude, I was like, I would have Sean lift some heavy weight, Stan lift some heavy weight, and like, can you do it? He goes, really? Okay. Like he never said I can't. He's like that, and he had to leave. And I said, oh, this guy's gonna turn pro. Right. So I said, you know something? I said, let's document it all the way through. And then my video guy at the time said, well, let's just hold 12 and we'll drop them. I said, no. Let's drop them right now.
Right.
Let's drop them right now. And because the pressure was on me, the pressure was on everybody to turn pro. And then took first place. He had never taken a first place before. And the next day they had a pro show, took third in the pro show. So,
Nice.
1, 2, I didn't really do a pep talk with you. I didn't do that, but a lot of them I had to do a pep talk. And I said, look, this whole thing with the coronavirus and the world turned upside down, this is a chance for you to switch roles with everybody. Because everybody else is defeated and everybody's not training. Like I've seen top influencers actually drinking, getting drunk on their YouTube pages. Like actually just like they just gave up. And I said, this is a chance for you guys to switch roles.
Right.
It's to switch roles, to become, to take places. And then you guys came through. And everyone that stayed looks 10 times better than they ever did. Right shoulder, left shoulder.
Left foot, yeah.
Yeah, left shoulder. Because he was doing it. Because usually you would think the one that's issues will give the sign. It's the other one that's overcompensating for that one. So I saw the left shoulder trying to like, was real straight. The right one was perfect. The right one's coming out and the left one's kind of overcompensating, trying to protect it like a big brother. So sometimes you can tell if a person has an injury. Sometimes it's the opposite side of what it is. Good job. All right, facing into the machine. Rear delt. Hands here. 15. 5. Come on.
So when you came across Chris and you watched his YouTube and everything, and then you met him in real life, what was your first like expectation, or what like grabbed your attention, like as far as
I was expecting a really gruesome training session,
Yeah.
and that's what I got. It was a good training. First time we trained. I mean, every single one, right?
Yeah.
It's just a little different than what you're used to doing at the gym if you do it by yourself, right? Different angles, different exercises, so it wears you out every single time.
Yeah, I think you came in on a Saturday too.
Even on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's the worst day. Saturday's
Now-
if
now
you
you-
ever book a session with me, don't do it on Saturday. Because I usually take Sunday off and I feel like my mindset, this is my last day to have a really good week. Like I have to nail this, so you're gonna get punished on a Saturday.
Now you tell me. Should have come to Monday.
No, that's worse too.
That's worse, bro.
That's even worse. Because that's like,
Leg day.
this is my first day to have a really good week.
Yeah.
Who are your 5 top bodybuilders today? I know it often will change. You see a picture and you go, man, this guy moved into my top 5.
Right.
Like that. So who is your top 5?
So do they have to be active today, or?
No. Just of all
Okay.
time. Just all time. And not in any order. Just top 5.
Right. Well, the one order, number 1 is Ronnie, right?
Number 1 is right.
Right. So then, man, that's difficult. Dexter.
Okay.
Who else? Right now, Patrick Moore.
Okay. Yeah. Patrick Moore.
Like the shape. I like Juan Morel,
Juan Morel.
personality-wise.
Yeah,
right?
personality. Always in a good mood. He's actually he brought Chris Camille on to help him with that, which I think is going to be a really, really good idea. Because Chris, I talked to Chris 2 days ago, and he changed the whole training style, stuff like that. So Juan, he's going to go and come, but he's actually going to dial Juan in and be right there for that.
Right.
So I think that's a good idea.
And Shanique Grant.
Shanique Grant.
Yes.
Backward. Underhand. Here. Yep. You get up on the back, go all the way to the back, all the way up, come down, elbows close to the body. Yep, see. All the way up. Reach up.
anything that stands out from Psycho himself? What he does, or his team, or whatever, you know?
So training, obviously, is different. Like I said, different angles and stuff. More innovative. But also the diet, because I mentioned to you earlier, right? I had a prep a few years ago. 6 weeks I was on tilapia and asparagus. 6 weeks straight. And I got ripped. I was flat as a pancake, right? I mean, there's nothing there. So you're leaving fats in, you know, peanut butter, beef. So it works well for me.
Yeah. Well, think about asparagus and fish. It'll work, but you'll get so flat. It's like a plane in a nosedive. If you don't pull it up at the right time, the person just be flat as a pancake and stuff like that. So I try to utilize the fat. So whenever we do a diet, we find out what a person is, and then we try to get them in this box. And then we throw different things in the box to expand it and see what happens. So once I figured his body out, I would throw in more fats and go, what happened? Like throwing olive oil, and the veins went crazy, start popping out like that. So it's okay, that works. It doesn't work for everybody, but if you get him in shape fast enough, you can experiment stuff like that and see what works. Good job. Good job. So like, even with right now, I purposely pushed them over. I did burger and fries and a shake, and did 2 extremely high fat, high carb days to push them up. And we still came back 202, right? Still came back 202. So that's why sometimes, and everything, it's like when he flew over, everything was going according to plan, and then this curveball, he had a huge weight drop. So my thing is now, he's a little watery now, just because of all the excess carbs and water. So what I want to do right now is, I don't want to go any lower than that, so I'm going to try to work him in right there and fill him out and just work these carbs and get rid of some of the water so it'll tighten up.
Chris, why do you think that happens when you're flying? Like, is it because of the pressure?
Oh, the cabin pressure. The cabin pressure. Like back in the 40s and 50s, older ladies would wear support hoses, because if they did, their ankles would just swell up. They would just swell up. So like the cabin, when they depressurize the cabin, it doesn't. It even happens in car rides. So one way is a tip. One way to counteract that is to water load while you're on the plane. So that'll help you from not holding too much water, and then eating really clean. So what we did, we gave them burger and fries. So spilled them over purposely, but it's really good information for when I carb them up in 2 weeks. Let's go. Good job.
You want to go through
Yeah.
routine?
Yeah. When you lock into the pose, you can't have air in your stomach. You have to blow it out. So as you slide, blow the air out through your teeth, and then flex and squeeze your stomach. But take all the air out of your abdomen. Let's try it. Blow it out. See that? Blow it out. Let me hear it come out. There you go. Blow it out. There you go. There you go. Blow it out. Don't crunch down on it. Just blow it out. All right, let's try one more time. All right, so what we got now? He was a lot harder the last few days. Purposely, I tried to slow the process down. I will make a change to the diet. We're gonna get all this excess water. So we're actually 2 weeks off. 2 weeks out. I'm not gonna start that till 10 days. So I'll wait till we're 10 days out. I'll do a 6-day down and then a 4-day back up. And then I'm gonna pour water for 2 days, then flatten it and leave the water where it is. measure the pee, only put back as much liquid as we urinate out, and then load them up, and then crap load them, burgers and fries the day before. Like right now. Like right now. Here's me shredded right now. No, it's like in this is not my words, it's Chris to say those words. It's like you guys are having dessert, you have a dinner party, you have a dessert at 10, right? Mm-hmm. The cookies have to be ready at 10:45, not at 9. And you can't turn the fire up to make it happen faster. It only happens when the cookies come out the oven and they're perfectly hot, right coming out the oven. If they sit there for 3 hours, it's not the same cookie. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with the bodybuilder. What you do, you hover the person there, and then once you know their body, and then you go down and attack the show. So I know what his body will do. I know what I need to do. I've done 20 different test loads, 20 different carb loads, 20 different fat loads. So I know exactly what I'm going to do as far as that. And then the day before, I already know how his body responds with burgers and fries and olive oil. That's going to fat him up the day before, bring the calories down, and then squeeze it out, and we're going to do really well.
Right. Problem with me specifically is, you start too early, I just get flat.
You're flat.
That's all that happens. I just get flat and stringy. Right. So you got, like you say, you just got to time it right.
Got to time it right. So if I try to have him like perfectly shredded right now, he would be at 185 pounds.
Right.
Exactly. So I'll lose it, and then even once it goes like that, even I can't stop it. Even I can't slow it down. I have to just, because then like what happened with women too. Well, some people, the more carbs you throw in, like you understand, carbs, they actually increase metabolism. Fat slows it down. So once you start throwing carbs in and try to stop it, sometimes it just speeds up and the person just flats out. And then that's why people do burgers and fries, because of the fat and the carbs. But you have to do it right. So I know the olive oil works really, really well with him. I'm going to pull the water out 2 days before, but then leave it. So once I pull it out, I'm going to leave the water level there and only put back what he urinates out, and then sow the carbs. Now, you can't spill over without water. Something like this, you're carving somebody up and you give them 1,000 grams of carbs, and you give them half a gallon of water, they're not going to spill over. It's just impossible. You need water to spill over. But because what happens is, when the glycogen goes into the cell, you need fluid for that. If you're drinking water, your body will use the water that you're drinking. If you're not drinking water, it's going to use the water between the skin and the muscle and shuffle it in like that. That's it.
Hey everybody, I'm at Legion Sports Fest in Reno, Nevada. I think it's 6 a.m. right now. Still carbing up, getting ready for the show. Show starts at, I think 9:30 is when I have to be there. I got the tanning before. So right now, still eating my chicken, my rice, my sweet potatoes. I'm still carbing up, a few raisins and a little bit of honey. So, feel good about the show. It's gonna be big. I like they have a whole superhero theme going on. So that should be fun. They have a whole expo going on. So, if you're in the area, if you're in the Reno area, the show is today, Saturday, and tomorrow they have the pros. So it's a pretty big event. So should really be fun. All right, I'll keep eating my meal, and I'll catch up with you later. All right, second burger is down. Still working on these fries right here. Second burger was a struggle. Right? The first one was nice to try to fill up. The second one, I'll be honest, that was a little bit of a struggle. So having these fries, having some more honey, and then in about, I'm looking at my clock, in about 45 minutes or so, I think it's time for finals. So right now, trying to fill out, trying to get bigger. And hopefully these fries do the trick when I step on stage.
Face the back. Thank you, gentlemen. You can file off to your left.
All right, everybody. So show's over. This was a fun show, I have to say. I placed first in the Men's Physique Open, Class F. So that is taller than 6 feet. And then 4th in the Masters 35 plus. So that was awesome, right? It was a really great show, very well organized the way they did it, right? Despite the COVID and everything, the whole situation we have going on, it was really fun. And then, like I said before, the superhero theme, of course, was just great, and a lot of great competitors. Really awesome lineup, very strong lineup, and yeah, it was fun. Great positive atmosphere all around. And there's a big expo right behind me, so I'm gonna go get some swag now, and I'll be back for one last update. All right, see you then. Got my Legion t-shirt, and with that, 2020 competing season is a wrap. It was a long time with a lot of shows getting canceled. I've been prepping really since February, so I'm looking forward to all the food and the drinks I couldn't have. So I'll just enjoy life for a while. Of course, keep going to the gym, keep eating somewhat clean, of course, and then I'm looking forward to doing it all over again, competing again next year. All right, it's time to drive home now, and I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you guys for watching. Drop the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you.